Now you've probably heard some things about Pecos Bill, like how he would eat dynamite for breakfast. Or maybe you know the story about him shooting the stars out of the sky. You might have even heard about how he used a rattlesnake to lasso a twister of a tornado. But this story I'm going to tell you happened before all that. Pecos Bill was born in the back of a covered wagon, which was how people traveled back in those days. His parents had left New England, where countryside was giving way to towns and becoming entirely too crowded for their tastes. They were heading west to find their own home on the range, and his parents didn't name him Pecos Bill neither. That moniker came later. He was just their baby boy Billy. Billy was a bouncing baby boy, and he bounced so much and so high. He bounced right out of the back of that covered wagon. As it was crossing the Pecos River, he would most certainly have drowned if a coyote hadn't grabbed hold of his diaper and pulled him to shore. Now coyotes were known to eat babies, but this coyote had just lost her own baby pup to a hungry hawk and felt motherly toward the soggy, but otherwise fine baby boy. So she raised him as her own. Bill learned the wild ways of coyotes. When they howled at the moon, Bill howled right along with them. When they chased bighorn sheep, Bill was at the head of the pack. And when they snuggled up to go to sleep, Bill was smack dab in the middle where it was warmest and coziest. Bill's coyote days ended years later, when a cowboy almost rode right over him, while Bill was napping by the side of the Pecos River. Bill sprang up onto all fours, acting as ferocious as a wild coyote can act when face to face with a cowboy. But instead of fleeing in fear, the cowboy burst out laughing. "Now ain't you something?" he said, tossing Bill a hat. "I'm your brother Bob, and our parents are going to be happy to get you back." "My brothers walk on 4 legs, said Pecos Bill. But Bob showed him their reflections in the river, and Pecos Bill couldn't deny the family resemblance. So he put on his hat, climbed onto the back of his brother's horse, and rode with him to the sweetest family reunion Texas had ever seen.